craziest part about this whole situation wasn't even the final score, it was the stat line. Because once the numbers started circulating online, fans genuinely thought somebody entered them incorrectly. People were refreshing apps, checking different sports pages, even waiting for official corrections because there was no way a player with this much hype, this much media attention, and this much superstar branding had just finished a nationally watched game with numbers that looked pulled from a basketball parody account. 9 points, 8 rebounds, 8 turnovers, and only one made field goal the entire night. That is the kind of stat line that instantly escapes the sports world and turns into internet fuel. The moment those numbers hit social media, everything exploded. Basketball pages started posting graphics within minutes. Comment sections turned into civil wars. Some fans defended Reese aggressively, saying everybody has bad games. Others acted like Atlanta had just uncovered a massive problem hiding in plain sight all along. And honestly, what made the performance look even worse was how the mistakes happened. This wasn't one of those games where a player simply missed open jumpers all night. Those happen. Even elite scorers have ugly shooting nights, but this felt different because possession after possession ended in pure chaos. Forced passes into traffic, awkward drives into multiple defenders, missed finishes right at the rim. There were moments where it honestly looked like Reese was playing at a completely different speed than everybody else on the floor. And the internet notices everything now. Every bad possession immediately became a clip. Every missed layup got replayed from 3 different angles. Every turnover started circulating online before the next timeout even happened. That's the brutal reality of being one of the most talked about players in the WNBA. Anonymous role players can have rough nights quietly. Superstars don't get that luxury, especially not Angel Reese. Because Reese has become bigger than basketball in a lot of ways. She's one of the faces of the league. Her games attract celebrities. Her jerseys sell. Debate shows talk about her constantly. Fans either passionately support her or passionately root against her. There's almost no middle ground anymore. And when you carry that level of visibility, every bad performance turns into a national conversation, whether people want it to or not. But what really sent the basketball world into meltdown mode was those 8 turnovers. That's the number everybody kept coming back to, because guards usually rack up turnover numbers like that. Ball-dominant players, primary playmakers, players handling the offense every possession. But Reese isn't bringing the ball up court for Atlanta. She isn't orchestrating the offense like a point guard. So when a forward finishes with 8 turnovers, fans immediately start asking uncomfortable questions. How does this even happen? And once people started replaying the possessions, things somehow looked even rougher than the box score suggested. There was one sequence where Reese caught the ball near the paint, hesitated, picked up her dribble too early, tried forcing a pass through traffic, and the ball got picked off instantly. Then just a few possessions later, she drove into 2 defenders, lost control mid-gather, and the ball rolled harmlessly out of bounds while the crowd groaned in frustration. You could literally feel the energy changing inside the arena. At the start of the night, every time Reese touched the ball, fans reacted with excitement. There was anticipation. People were waiting for a statement performance against Aja Wilson. They wanted highlight plays, tough finishes, physical dominance. That was the expectation entering the game. But as the turnovers piled up, the reaction changed. Now every touch started feeling tense, every drive felt uncertain. Every possession carried this weird nervous energy where even Atlanta fans didn't know what was about to happen next. And that's dangerous for a young star because basketball confidence is fragile. Once doubt creeps into a player's rhythm, everything starts speeding up mentally. Layups feel harder, reads become slower, defenders suddenly look bigger. And against a veteran team like Las Vegas, that hesitation gets exposed immediately. The Aces could smell it. You could see it in the way their defense tightened possession by possession. Early in the game, Las Vegas was still respecting Reese aggressively around the basket. But after the missed finishes started stacking up, defenders became far more comfortable crowding her space. Help defenders rotated faster. Double teams became more aggressive. The entire defensive approach shifted because Atlanta simply wasn't making them pay consistently. That's when the game started snowballing, and social media absolutely showed no mercy. One fan joked that the